I'm too sexy for my cosplay. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. On Cosplay Cafe. Yeah, I'm a cosplayer. You know what I mean. And I do my little turn on the con floor. Yeah, on the con floor. Oh, on the con floor. Yeah, I do my little turn on the con floor. And I'm too sexy for my cosplay. I'm too sexy for my cosplay. On Cosplay Cafe. And I'm too sexy for this song.
Welcome to another Friday night. And we are finally having a musical episode after me trying to force musical episodes pretty much every time. So before I introduce my lovely co-host and my fantastic guest, please enjoy these ads. .com. That's CraylVanest.com, and possibly coming to a con near you.
One nightmare destroyed Aidan O'Donnell. Aidan Gray, aka Scorcher, was born out of those ashes. The Forces of Nature trilogy is about the destructive powers of having superpowers that you don't understand and can't control. It's about redemption, about finding love and finding yourself. You can find the first two books, Scorcher and Thin Ice, online wherever books are sold. You can also pre-order the upcoming audiobook for Scorcher at www.kellyguentner.com. That's www.KELLYGUENTNER.
All right. So, first of all, we have my absolutely lovely co-host, Andrea Starnes. So I just want to welcome you, Andrea. Hello.
Hello. You get a bonus Hermes this time. I've got cats playing, so hopefully you don't hear too much crashing in the background.
We will see about that. Yeah.
It's been. We're not gonna go into it. It's been a week. I don't want to bum any viewers out, so I think we should just get to the fun stuff instead.
Send Andrea hugs, though. Lots and lots.
I mean, if you have a couple extra dollars laying around. Long story
Drop some dollars in the tip jar.
Yeah, long story short, I probably have to buy a new car, guys. But
it's not great.
But I'd rather spend more time talking about our freaking awesome guest that we're having today that I have been wanting to have on for a very long time. And he already knows I'm all about inflating egos. That's what I do. And this is somebody you guys have kind of seen in the background in a way. It's the guy that wrote our theme music, but he's also a cosplayer. He builds props. All around freaking cool dude. Might as well be my fourth brother. My youngest brother would make a really bad Memphis joke about that. But we're not going to do it. So our guest tonight is my very good friend, King Ase, but he's just Dwayne to me. So you got him coming in. There he is. He'll be here.
Hey, what's up?
There he is.
Hey.
So now everyone can put a face to the man that's written both of the theme songs we've used.
Yes. To be clear, he did not write my part because I am tone deaf. My awful vocals are all me. He just gave me permission to lay my awful vocals over his amazing instrumental. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry.
You're welcome. Oh, it's all good.
Dwayne knows that I am going to promote him as a person, as a musician, and as a cosplayer. He's even done music with one of my younger brothers on one of their albums they did. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's actually the favorite song you guys have ever done.
Yeah. I want to do another one. That was the third album of dedicating a album to our dads. and that was actually y'all's dad's album.
Came out Halloween last year.
Yep.
So yeah, for people that don't know, Dwayne's dad, our dad, and one of our other friends, Mark, all of our dads have passed away. So they created this story about a freed slave named Raymond Wayne. Raymond was Dwayne's dad. Wayne was ours, and he's the Winchester kid, who is also our friend Mark's last name is Winchester. So it was an homage that Dwayne and our youngest brother Brad wrote all the dialogue to it. They're amazing. Go look them up. The song "In Calamity's Wake" on that last album, Scoop plays the guitar on it.
It's the first song on there, so that one's The Legend of Raymond Wayne. What is it?
It's
Between the Devil and the Deep Blue.
Story. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And even though that's my favorite song, your Halloween album is still my favorite album.
Yeah, I love that album. I had fun making that Halloween album. I thought about making one this year, but I just wasn't really feeling like spooky sounds, really. So
this year's kind of made everybody not feel a lot of things.
Yeah. Although technically the 2 albums I dropped in September could suffice as Halloween albums.
Yeah.
It's
your Halloween albums were playing last night for the trick-or-treaters.
Yeah.
There's that one that starts with the person screaming, and I forget every time, and all I hear is this blood-curdling old Hollywood scream. I'm always like, oh, I'll be driving and hear that.
Yeah, it gets me, especially when I have headphones on, and I'm sorry, but I didn't do any like EQing on those vocals. I just dumped them in the song, and it's extremely loud.
But it's awesome anyway. So we were talking off screen about your name, the King Ase. Kelly hasn't heard the story. I've heard the story of how you got the name. So tell everybody how you got the name Ase. So
first of all, formerly I was King Duppy, which I got that from a big Bob Marley fan. He had the song called Duppy Conqueror, and I just like that, even though technically a Duppy is like an evil spirit. And
I like the bad guys, though.
Yeah, I got a thing for the bad guys, I guess. But anyway, that was my former name. And then the year I started putting out music, I went on a trip with another friend, a friend that worked at Target with me. And it was me and her son. And then she had her grandson with her. So we stopped somewhere along the road to get some lunch or something. Mind you, her grandson had never met me, like never talked to me, never met me. And we stopped in the parking lot. His dad gets out of my car, goes, speaks to him. I don't know what I was doing, but I got out later on. Just walking across the parking lot, he just yells out, "Hey, Ase." And everybody's looking like, who are you talking to? And he pointed at me and he was like, "Ase." And I was like, "You never met him before?" And he was like, "Yeah, his name's Ase though." And he was like 3 years old, and that just
kids get vibes. Maybe that was on each other in a past life, and that was your name in that life.
So yeah, that took a couple years, but then I decided to change my name to King Ase because I was like, I got to do that.
I loved it. I think it's a cool little homage. I mean, y'all, you talk about that trip, and I know Sherilyn's like, really good friends and everything. So
yeah.
So. If it's not obvious, we collect friends from Target because my brothers and I have all worked for the company. So that's actually how we met Dwayne. Was he worked at the Target with my oldest brother Brian Bear, whichever y'all want to call him.
Yeah, little trauma bonding, but mostly a good
that's retail
friendship. Yeah.
Well, especially they work in what's considered the exclusive kind of part of town. The rich people live there, so
yeah.
Ooh,
and we were the district
ones.
Yeah.
And we were the district store, so we usually get.
Though, come on, the goofy pictures I have of you from that store. Him walking around with a bathrobe and a towel wrapped around his head.
Yeah, and I was helping customers too. I had my name badge on, so
picture of you in
It
the
was
down Power Wheel in the back room that we just got in a group text that says I'm Bowser in Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
yeah. I honestly don't know how they never fired me or Brian because we like terrorized the store. Yeah, the bathrobe one was funny. So like, I was working in like the bath area, like the sheets and domestics, and I was putting up the towels, and then for some reason I went and asked one of my managers. I was like, "How do?" Sorry, but I was like, "How do white girls wrap their towels around their head?" And she looked at me, and she goes, "I don't know why you need to know this, but she shows me." And then I go back out to the floor 20 minutes later. She comes out. I got a bathrobe on. I got the whole towel wrapped on my head.
Okay,
She's
what's
like, "What are
even
you
better is
doing?"
the fact that Dwayne's hair was not grown out like this at the time. His head was practically shaved.
Yeah.
He had the long dreads.
There's one picture. I don't know if you have it, but our friend Chris Sellers has it, and had a little accident because somebody put the standing lamps up and it had a glass shade on it, and they didn't secure it. And I went to move it and it hit me on the head. It gave me like a tiny little paper cut, and so I went to the pharmacist to get a Band-Aid, and at the time that pharmacist was like kind of silly too. So he was like, "You want me to just wrap your head?" So like I walked around with like a whole tourniquet on my head, like I was.
I've been waiting to happen. Oh no! Our sister's saying the best picture is of Dwayne and Adam. That's my nephew who's about to be 20.
Yeah,
He's
that's
like
crazy.
5 or 6 in this picture, and we were in the parking lot, and we just said, "Adam, you need to hold somebody's hand to go across the parking lot." Dwayne was the closest, so he just reaches up, and there's just Adam walking on the way. I feel safe with him.
Yeah,
Dwayne,
I guess I make kids feel safe. It's like,
That's a good thing.
I will tell you this.
yeah.
As a cosplayer, you make me feel very safe when you're at cons with me. Let's just say, unless he wasn't with Rachel and me when we were in panty and stocking,
Well,
not
yeah.
Dwayne, they see this big 6'4" man behind us, and they're just like, "I'm gonna be respectful to these ladies." Of course,
Yeah.
he's not there. All the really, gross comments came out.
Ugh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and then he would walk up, and then the guys would just be like,
Never mind.
Like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
But the even better part was Dwayne was so used to being a handler with us as cosplayers. And
Yeah.
Garter Belt was one of your first costumes. And
The very first costume, which
he had never seen the show, so he didn't know what he was getting into with Rachel and me.
That's an
You want to be
interesting place to start.
We're like, "You want to be a priest
Yes.
with an afro?" And all he said is, as long as he didn't have to grow his afro out because he had a bee stuck in one when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have gotten it to the right size by the time the con came around. But
Well, no, not that fast.
But no, Dwayne was so used to us like handing him our bags and stuff for pictures. When people say, "Can I get your picture?" that he would still instinctively go like this to us, and we're like, "You're in the picture this time." He's like,
I was like, "Oh."
You're like, "Oh yeah." Just the most chill. You're like, "Oh yeah." Cool.
I forgot I'm supposed to take pictures. Yeah.
It's just what it is. I mean, that was a gateway drug because the next few years you were turning out costumes. And
Yeah, I still want to work on some more. I was going through some pictures of the few that I've done, and I was like, man, yeah, this was fun.
I miss that with all of you guys. Like, you need to join us again. You need, Scoot kept saying, if you make Doctor Doom, he will do a Thor costume.
Oh,
That's
I don't know why this hasn't happened yet.
That's my holy grail. Is
the movie's
Dr.
coming
Doom.
out next year, so you need to do this.
You want to do God Doom?
Yes.
I mean, come on. Yeah.
Also,
So yeah, I need to do it. I need to do it before the movie comes out. So
and
I got
there in full costume and pray to the Marvel gods.
yeah.
No, you go you arrange with the theater to be there before the, like greet people before the movie, and then you change out the costume. You don't want to.
Don't be me sitting in a movie theater
Yeah.
in costume.
Nah,
Don't do
it wouldn't bother
Also,
me.
hi Eli. Hello to Eli Cash. He's trying not to succumb to the pizza he just ate. We wish you luck in your battle, dude. We wish you luck.
People talk about Little Caesars, but I will eat the mess out of some Little Caesars pizza.
I
don't
love
even-
Little
Oh, yeah.
Caesar.
I don't even care.
It is good
You know,
junk food.
It's like
Yes.
Scoot always says, pizza, even when pizza's bad, it's good. Unless it is just literally burnt to a crisp, you can still eat pizza.
Oh,
Or unless you make
bad pizza.
unless you make a ghost pepper pizza like I did that one time.
Ooh,
Our whole friendship group is a full-on comedy of errors. There's a lot of things that we'll start talking about and thinking about, and I'm like, oh God, we did do that, didn't we?
It probably wouldn't have been that bad, but I put ghost pepper sauce in the dough and into the sauce. So yeah, it was just unbearable heat.
That would probably kill me.
I stuck through it. I stuck through it to finish that pizza.
You did. I mean, we've done some crazy stuff.
Like the whole pizza, or just like a slice? Did you finish?
No, yeah, I finished the whole pizza. I don't waste food.
Holy macaroni!
Ray, like he was raised in the South. You don't waste nothing.
I paid for it later, but I paid for it while I was eating it, and then I paid for it later too.
I mean, you don't have to paint us a picture. I can imagine. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I do not recommend.
0 out of 10.
Yeah, as somebody who loves spicy stuff, I don't recommend doing that.
We've done a lot of interesting things over the years. I have all sorts of interesting pictures at cons. My favorite one that goes with the whole music and cosplay is Dwayne used to wear headphones around his neck all the time. And people thought first off that he was cosplaying Killer Bee from Naruto. And he literally slipped into the background of a Naruto photo shoot, which was it was so funny because he's just standing there like he's photobombing. Dwayne used to love to photobomb cosplayers.
Yeah.
The best one, the dancing mushrooms from Fantasia.
Yeah, I got.
There's a picture Dwayne's face perfectly in between.
I think that was the best one because it's like I don't even know how I got an angle. It was like we were just walking and I stopped and ducked down and
just
it was
right.
Perfect.
And we found it in like a convention gallery afterwards. But then there was some dude getting on the elevator and he looks at Dwayne because he had his headphones on. He goes, "Do you spin?" And Dwayne's like, "In circles?"
It's like what? Well, I didn't have them on my ear so I could hear, but like I was listening to music and like he just said, "Do you spin?" And I was like, "You want me to turn around? What do you want me to do?" Sir? Yeah, he kind of got upset.
Yeah, he really hoped you were a DJ. Maybe he was trying to hire you for a party or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't DJ. It's not a.
You just like to make.
I love DJs. I love watching DJs work and stuff, but that's just not a skill set that I care about.
To each his own. It's just like some cosplayers only want to sew, some only want to make armor, which is kind of your vibe, and some just want to thrift. You know, to each his own.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Eli Cash wants to know, how is it that today feels more like Halloween than Halloween? So Halloween is a state of mind.
It is.
It's year round. I definitely am keeping the Halloween vibes going by dressing like, oh my gosh, who am I dressed as? Oh, the band from Scooby-Doo. I'm having a brain fart. The Hex Girls. Yeah, I'm dressed as the lead singer of the Hex Girls. Sorry, I'm trying to learn this new streaming service.
Yeah, sorry guys. If there's bugs, we're learning something new. So thank you for us. And like we said to Dwayne, thank you for being our guinea pig on the new streaming. But look,
my brain is just exploding right now with trying to learn new skills. So it's interesting because
are still up.
Our former streaming service, for anyone in the know, it's charging people an arm and a leg because they're under new ownership. So you know what? If you know, you know.
They like quadrupled the price, it seems like. It just went up
Literally.
ridiculously. Like, we're not exaggerating when we say we're looking for something else, because I mean, you could make a car payment practically with what they were asking for.
Oh wow.
It's ridiculous. And so we're like, well, we'll try something else out.
So Be Live, we love you.
Yeah. Anybody that is hanging out with us, we appreciate it.
Yes. And then Crayle also shared that she has some Crayle Vanest says she has some stories for hashtag team don't waste food. I do not want to hear these stories, okay? Like, actually, I have heard some of these stories.
You know, when you grow up in a poor family, especially down here in the South, you're like, Mom, what's for dinner? Leftovers? I don't want that one. And you don't eat.
And you know, it's
pretty much
sleep is for dinner.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh, you're not gonna eat these 3-day-old pork chops? Yeah. Well, go back there and go to sleep.
Yep. Oh, I do.
So Eli says with hashtag Nosferatu coming out this Christmas, I say we begin our campaign to make Yule spooky again. Normalize Krampus. Summon the Yule. So yes. Wisconsin has a Krampus Fest. Y'all are invited to come up to my state. I keep inviting people to come up to my state and nobody takes me.
The worst time of the year for me to try to come.
I know. But we do have a whole Krampus Fest in Milwaukee. I actually have not been. This might be my year to get up there because I have kids. So, you know, like spoiler alert, that makes December busy. But I want to go to Krampus Fest. It's amazing. It keeps getting more amazing every year. It sounds like incredible. All my friends who go are in love with it. And it's really cool.
I know here we usually have like a Yule ball that, because I know like DL and Lauren usually do like the Yule ball that we have here. And they have all the costumes and stuff for that.
Also fun, yes.
I mean, I know a few kids that Krampus could probably set straight. I've met
and Crayle is keeping it spooky all the way through Christmas. Night terror before Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, some people are Halloween year round. And I'm not going to begrudge anybody that needs it for their, like I said, for their stupid mental health, like I've been doing this week. If you want to put up your Christmas tree today, I'm not going to stop you, but make sure it's a fake one, because your live one is not going to make it to Christmas.
No.
I technically have a Christmas tree up, but it's decorated for Halloween right now in my driveway.
Also the way to go. Like, get one of those fake ones and decorate it, redecorate it every month.
Well, it's just like the people that dress the 12-foot skeleton for the holidays. Have you a holiday tree? I'm really thinking about leaving it there and getting it like for President's Day, like a powdered wig, just to put on the top, like the topper. You know, something dumb, because I got that weird neighbor that doesn't like my decorations anyway. So might as well go all out.
Yeah.
Well, just keep making them matter. So Dwayne, we've heard how you got into cosplay. Let's hear how you got into music.
So I kind of always been into music, obviously growing up in the South, going to church and stuff. But I always kind of been drawn to music. I'd go and mess up my dad's records because I'd try to scratch and listening to them. But I really got into it when I went one summer to stay with my cousin in North Carolina, and his dad was like really into music. He had a whole music room like dedicated with his cassettes, his 8-track CDs and vinyl, and I just wasn't even playing with my cousin. Was there for like a whole month, and I'd spend most of the time in there like listening to different music and stuff. And then in high school I got in band, and that really just kind of drove it home into like making music. I played the trumpet. I wanted to start a band, like an actual band with my friends, but they had other plans with their life. So it's like, I was like,
amazing music with King Ase, but here we are.
Yeah, Now one of them liked cooking, so he's actually has his own catering business, and they weren't into music. They were just in band because it's kind of like how your parents put you in stuff to keep you out of trouble. And I was the only one that's like, oh no, every day coming home, practice, listen to the radio, try to play the song on my trumpet. It's
You
like,
were a real band nerd.
yeah. So, and it helped, like, because my sister, she played too, so she had a flute or played the flute, and it's like we'd figure out what parts would go where and stuff, and we'd do arrangements. And then, which, okay, this is weird because I did like music, but I never wanted to make music. I used to draw too, and I used to want to make album covers.
This guy is
So, like,
talented.
like,
Talented.
and I like making the music wasn't a concern. I wanted to make album covers, and it's like, I don't know what. Well, I guess because I just like drawing, but then I started actually making music around 2004 ish because of this producer called Ninth Wonder out of North Carolina, and depending on what you listen to, he's worked with pretty much anybody in R&B and hip hop and in a little bit of jazz now. But he did his beats on Fruity Loops, whereas other hip hop producers or just producers in general, you had to have a studio. You needed like really expensive equipment to make beats. And then this Fruity Loops is a music DAW software that you can put on your computer and make music with. And that's how he made his beats. And I unfortunately got a cracked version off of the internet. And I used that
we've all done that. It's not even a lie.
For a couple of years, and then I bought a program called Cakewalk, which is actually used to write sheet music. And I actually used to love using that because like I could read music and it was easier for me to do, whereas Fruity Loops is just like a grid and you kind of have a piano roll on the side. So I had figured, going from Fruity Loops to Cakewalk, I was like, oh, this is great, but Cakewalk really wasn't meant to produce music. It's just had sounds on it so that you could listen to your arrangements, but I would track them out and put them on a CD. So I got a lot more stuff than I have put out. I got a ton of music that I just haven't put out. Sure, either Annie or one of her brothers probably got like a thumb drive or something from me with
Lord knows there's probably
old stuff on it. So,
no,
but yeah,
Well, we even still have like 3 more songs that you made for us
Yeah,
for our team.
that's
yeah.
what people
Which
don't
we
know.
appreciate.
He didn't just send us 1 or 2 tracks. He sent us like 6 or 7
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
pick for our theme, and it's like, just use whatever you want. You also
So
made
Yeah,
music for Scoot's live streams when he
Yeah.
draws, and yeah, this guy has like tons of albums. Go look him up; you'll enjoy it, especially if you just like
Yeah.
beats. If you
Nice.
like the music side of it,
Yeah,
Ex-
it's streaming on pretty much anything you listen to music on.
But no, like the first one I remember because you put it out in 2021 was Ice Shards, and
Yes.
that song you can literally loop. You cannot hear when it starts over. It loops so seamlessly, and I would sit there and read listening to that one because I don't usually listen to it with anything in the background, especially because if it's got words and things, it blends in with what I'm reading. But that one, I literally would just sit there and I would look up and I'd be like, I don't even know how many times I've listened to this song because it looped so seamlessly.
Yeah.
I love
That
it.
was probably because it was just one song, but that was like, for some reason, that song like went crazy. Did better than most of the albums I put out, but you know,
I still think
maybe
your real estate agent one, he was trying to get the writing on the front of it like he wanted, and he couldn't get it.
Yeah.
And next thing he's like, well, you have some programs, can you see? And I did it in my handwriting. And so like the real estate agent album is in my handwriting. And it was funny because Scoot and Brad they had you on Scoot's live stream and they're like, yeah, that's Dwayne's new album. And he's like, Brad calls me Ann. And he's like, yeah. Ann did the writing on that. Scoot goes, that is her A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I probably could have done it myself with it. And I was like, use your friends. That's what they're here for.
I mean, look, you've done so many things for me. The least I could do was use my sloppy handwriting on your cover.
Yeah.
Like this man,
It works.
y'all seen the Thor helmet that sits behind me sometimes? That was a
Yeah.
Dwayne product. That 100% owed to him. Nobody else.
Yeah.
He just.
I need to remake it because
Would love
that
it.
one's upsized it a little bit too big.
Scoot can wear it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, although it looks great.
I was trying to compensate for you wearing a wig, and for some reason, I'm thinking that it was gonna just add so much volume in there, and it
does add a lot. Honestly, there's a lot less room than if I put it on without the wig.
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out how much volume the wigs are going to add, though, because some wigs are huge, and then when you put your hair under it,
and it feels like even every time I put my hair under one, it sits just a little different.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. Dwayne's worn one wig. Our brother Brad, he said he did a wig once for a costume. He goes, "I'll do the costume if I don't have to wear a wig."
Yeah.
I mean, but then Dwayne goes and puts on full masks.
Wigs are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They
are. I like the mask.
Dude, you're you. I don't know if that's in the ones that you sent us. I don't know what. I honestly don't even.
Let's go through them.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's look at some things besides Dwayne's music, because Dwayne's
all right. So let me.
Yeah. Oh wow! So
let's talk about this.
Have all of us in one place.
I know. I like
cool.
this. Yeah. All right. So if you want to just talk about whatever you want to say about each of these.
All right.
This one's awesome.
Yeah, that's your Killmonger.
Is it? I'm not seeing them.
It should be next to you on the screen. That's weird. It should be.
It's just blank. Hold on.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. I can tell you which one it is, and you can talk about it. Yeah, it's
all right. Yeah.
You and and Scoot with his pumpkin head on.
Oh yeah, I think I just bought that jacket, and then I was like, that's why I grew my hair out, was for Killmonger anyway, and unfortunately I never finished. I actually have the mask here, but I broke the horns. Hold on.
Show it off. No, he walked in the Halloween party, and we're just like, did they send Michael B. Jordan to the party? Because
I know the hair is amazing.
In person, this looks. Yeah, there's his.
Bring it
more in front of you. We can't see it yet. There it goes.
Yes.
There it goes.
So the horns broke off, and the hair needs resetting, but I keep it around. I probably remake that someday because I still like it. I still like that costume. But that was just a quick casual Halloween costume. I felt great.
Yes.
Just a quick
grow your hair out for 6 months.
Yeah, that's true dedication to a cosplay right there. This one is just I think you have like the white face paint on. Was that your that wasn't your star?
Am I in a pink sweater?
No, white t-shirt.
White t-shirt with like a cat on it.
Oh yeah, that was a casual cyberpunk. Those were I don't know where I got them from. They were like some sticky little pieces of. They're actually metal, and I was trying to do the little things like cyberpunk, and I was like, I had them, stuck them to my face. That's what.
Adams stuck them to my face.
That's what I do. I see metal, and I'm like, I'll stick it to my face.
It's a cosplayer thing.
I'm a magnet. I'm a whole magnet over here.
Why we're friends. Y'all see now why I wanted y'all to meet this guy. The next one up is your Star Wars one that I made the tunic for.
Oh, the Quinlan Voss. Yeah. I like that. I mean, I kind of like the not so mysterious now if you've watched Clone Wars, but back in the day when what was it? Was it Phantom Menace? Yeah, when Phantom Menace came out, it was just a character in the background, and fans kind of created the character
background and not get excited about it.
Yeah, and that's what I like. I
like their look.
Yeah, I kind of like. I like villains, and I like random characters that's just in the background.
Okay, the best part of this, He was judging the cosplay contest with me at Memphis Comic Expo. That Monday, he texts me. He goes, "I started the armor today." By Saturday, he was in with that.
Yeah.
Con Crunch. Also, Willow Schuyler of Schuyler Productions says, "Good evening, everyone." Hi, Willow.
Hello.
Hi, buddies.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dwayne. Go ahead.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty. I just looked up. I tried to find Obi-Wan's armor piece, and then I was like, all right, I hope this is big enough. And just
y'all can't tell, but seriously, Dwayne is like 6'4" plus and makes everyone next to him. He even makes my brother Scoot look little because Scoot's only like 6'2".
Yeah.
No, Thor, you
Yeah,
can't
Scoot.
go on the computer. No, Thor.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I'm literally hurting cats today, y'all. I'm so sorry.
I feel like I stretch or something every time I'm around Anne. I hadn't seen her in a while. It's like y'all get tinier and tinier.
I'm getting older and shrinking, I think, even though you're only like a year younger than me. So
Yeah.
But here's the one.
Old till you see the gray. And
I'm lucky I haven't found any yet, but that's to say, okay, fine. You're coming this way. Sorry. But the next one is where y'all started. It's panty, stocking, and garter belt.
Oh yeah.
One of you,
Annie's idea.
Yep. And it was my best friend Rachel that was my cosplay partner for 10 years.
Yeah. That was a pretty good fun day.
We won an award for these costumes.
Yep.
Yes, we did. Dwayne was part of an award-winning trio.
First cosplayer and winning awards.
That's why you got hooked.
Yeah.
I can win trophies? Cool.
Yeah.
No, like seriously though, if you think I look short next to Dwayne, Rachel is in like 4-inch heels in this picture.
Oh my gosh. She's tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a little
pocket size.
Little munchkin, but she'll tear you up. She gets squirrely.
She's from Memphis, okay?
Yeah.
Also, Crayle, if you try to move to the other side of the world, like Andrea's cosplay partner did, I will find you, or I will put you down and like kidnap you.
Yeah,
It's not allowed.
I've seen Rachel since she moved in 2015. I've seen her home like 3 times.
Oh no, that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Indiana's far enough.
She lives in Japan.
Yeah, no, Japan is not allowed, Crayle. I know you're watching stuff. Not allowed. This is where everyone's like, wow, I'm glad I'm not Crayle. Kelly's crazy.
They're like, she's a little obsessed, maybe. Crayle says you can never.
This is why I love you, Crayle, because you're the only one who could put up with my crazy besides my poor husband.
We can't be mad at Rachel. She got married and she is in Japan, so
okay. Yeah. Indiana is already so far away from Wisconsin. Like, come on, y'all. We suffer so much. We only see each other like 3-4 times a year, which everyone's like, how do you all see each other so much? You live 5.5 hours away. We're like, we're joined at the hip, okay? Like, there's no other choice.
If you think that sounds crazy, when we used to do like all of our hanging out, we hung out on was it Tuesdays and Fridays? Because we went to
Tuesday.
We went to
CC's
Pizza on Tuesdays and Buffalo Wild Wings on Friday.
Yep.
Aw.
And there were like, we didn't roll in like 3 or 4 of us. No, it was like 10 of us.
That's a lot. That's awesome.
And then we would go back to my brother's apartment and hang out and play video games and watch anime and read comics and do dumb stuff. Dwayne showed us a lot of movies that I feel like I should not have watched. If Dwayne do not click the link if Dwayne sends it.
How old were you?
We were old enough. Those days are behind me.
How old was Andrea?
Huh?
How old were you, Andrea?
I mean, I was in like my 20s and 30s.
Oh, okay.
They were
younger than me.
Yeah.
So you weren't being like corrupted.
No, but there are movies I'm like,
no.
Dwayne should have watched that.
I really like B movies and like I have a knack for finding like the worst of the B movies. Like they're beyond campy. They're just extremely bad.
That's excellent.
But no.
Yeah.
Better he and our friend Brian, used to buy the really weird mystery grab bags at cons. And
Yeah.
jump the two of them.
I saw a vendor that looked sleazy and they had grab bags. I was like, oh yeah, they got some good stuff in here.
It's a Polaroid from like 1990 of a woman at a con.
So then did you Mystery Science Theater 3000, these B movies?
We kind of did.
Yes.
That
Those kind
sounds
of B
amazing.
movies. Yeah.
That sounds like the
So,
best.
with the exception of the worst one was this movie called Red Cockroaches, and I honestly lost it. I probably let somebody borrow it, but it was. I remember the DVD cover said that they were award-winning thriller, and it's like, well, what awards did you win? It's like,
Probably a Razzie.
but they did
A
have.
Razzie is an award.
Yeah, but they did have Google Glasses before Google made Google Glasses. And I was like, because it was in the future, but also not in the future. Like they would show flying cars, but then when they got in the car, it was like a Dodge Neon or something that they were driving, like a really cheap car. It's pretty good.
Thomas Guentner, my husband, is asking, did you see that Priest Raptor movie, The Velocipaster? Did you see it?
Oh, Velocipaster is so good. It's like, yes.
The fact that he knew.
Yes.
Oh, see, this.
Yeah, I got.
If you're not one of our friends, guys, Velocipaster.
I mean, it started when I was a kid, like in the summer, like probably like 2 or 3 weeks before school would start. We have a like week where we just go to Blockbuster or whatever rental place and like rent movies, and I would always my parents never really looked at what I would rent, because like one of the movies I remember renting was like Dr. Giggles, and that's definitely not a kid friendly.
It sounds like a kid's thing.
It sounds like it, but it's totally not. It's like it's.
Well, we've been showing your Black Mask costume up here for a little while.
Oh,
Yes.
so I really like that one. So Black Mask is. I don't know if anybody's watching The Penguin.
I haven't watched it. I need to
watch it.
I kind of wish he was in the show. It is actually really good. I'm surprised that Warner Brother is treating intellectual property well. But yeah,
You can go off on another tangent like that.
Yeah, it's really good. But that costume, I was like, I really like Black Mask. I like he's horrible. I like his story because he's not a good guy. But putting it on, I had like black eye makeup on to go inside the eyes so I wouldn't see my. Just because I don't know. But anyway, Scoot's wife.
That way.
Yeah. My sister.
Yeah. Scoot's wife had some what do you call it? Makeup sealer? I don't know what it's called.
The setting spray.
And yeah, so she tells me to close my eyes, and she's spraying, and then she says, "Okay," and goes sprays me right in the eye. So like, I kind of rinse them out. It didn't bother me. I think that because am I in front of Nightwing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we took that picture, and that guy goes, "Man, that's a cool effect you're doing." I was like, "What are you talking about?" My eyes were like burning. He's like, "Your eyes just turned blood red," and like they were dry. My eyes were just drying out. And it's like as I was walking around the con, and then
Your poor eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, tried to blind Dwayne.
It was a very painful experience, but I made it.
For the cosplay. It looked cool.
Yeah,
like, oh.
we got stories, y'all. Akon brought some stories back in the day.
Yeah, good old Akon stories.
Apparently, it's not as good a con anymore, sadly.
Oh. So Ashley Ricard Desjardins says, "Good evening, lovelies. Have an amazing and awesome time. Happy Nightmare Night."
Hello,
Hi, Ashley.
Do we have any more? Dwayne? I think we have one more.
One more.
Q.
Oh yeah.
He had
my favorite.
This one.
Yeah, that dude followed me around for a while. He was very happy. I think because it's me, Chung Lee, and
Yeah,
Vega
two-
in that
yeah,
picture, and that guy on the side, is there just a dude in some shorts?
Yes, yes.
He was so excited when he saw me, which I was happy because, like, first of all, I'm mad at Capcom for never putting Q back in any other game, and I suck at Street Fighter, but I play that character, and I was like, I'm gonna do this cosplay. And everybody that was all the Street Fighter cosplayers was like, really, like, oh man, a Q, that's cool. I've never seen anybody cosplay him. That one guy was like, I made his year because
you were his favorite human ever.
Yeah, he just stood next to. He took my picture. He was taking a picture of Chung Lee and Vega, and I walked up, and somebody saw me and said, "Hey, get in the picture." And he said, "Oh my God!" Well, he's like, he wanted to take a picture of all three of us, and then he was like, "I got to get in the picture too." And he just stood next to me, going, "Ah!"
That's so
like,
cute.
Like
it's like,
you literally made that guy's entire life by cosplaying Q.
Yeah.
You also
that
took
was
outside like that little kid's clothing shop.
Yeah. And I couldn't find the picture, but I had a good picture of a little kid in a Ryu outfit, or a Ken. He was dressed as Ken, and he was kicking me. It was pretty cool. He was having the greatest time in his life. He was like, "Oh, somebody will let me fight them." I was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Aww.
But yeah, that was actually the first. Both of those, the Black Mask and the Q one, I like sculpted out of Super Sculptor putty or something, whatever it was.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Really good.
Oh yeah. Once again, he is a multi-talented human being.
It's impressive.
Those were pre 3D printer days.
Yes.
Yeah, you made with what you had. I mean, they look cool. They were beautiful pieces.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Kayla got a concussion from the Q mask.
Oh no.
We were driving back home, and it was sitting in the back window, and she was sitting in the back seat, and I think a horsefly or something got in the car. And I started
stories.
Yeah, and I started swerving, and it slid and like knocked her upside the head. I was like, I'm so sorry.
That's why Kay's so weird now. Actually, Kay doesn't love them, but they are always weird. But you know,
I'm responsible for her creativity. That's what that was from me hitting her upside the head.
You know what?
We'll take it.
No.
We'll take it.
So let's go through our viewer submissions.
I know Dwayne's seen a couple of them because they're our weirdo family.
Yeah.
This is V, Pastel Goth Sloth, doing Blind Mag from Repo the Genetic Opera. I have never actually watched it. They might disown me as a friend for that now, but their Blind Mag is amazing. Like that wig.
So amazing. I just watched Repo with Crayle like 2 years ago. It is a trippy movie. It's good, but it's trippy. If you like Anthony Stewart Head, though, it's a must watch.
I mean, you know.
And if you don't like Anthony Stewart Head, we can't be friends.
Yeah. If you don't like Giles, we can't be friends.
Oh, right. And he definitely plays a character that's the opposite of Giles. Like he's the anti-Giles.
This is Jordan Lalapiel. She literally wore this Taylor Swift dress to see Taylor Swift this past weekend. So she got to wear it.
I think Crayle's disowning you right now. Crayle said, Andrea, how have you never seen Repo?
I've just never sat and watched it.
What are you doing with your life?
About a million other things.
Okay, fair. Fair.
Dwayne knows.
Yeah.
He's been in the family.
I'm totally out of the loop on anime right now.
Anime, I'm so lost. Like, I know what some of it looks like. Ramen in my room is in her Marceline. She actually does this at cons, but also does burlesque in her Marceline. That's this is Pastel Goth Sloth's partner. They are the most adorable, and V is like 5'9", and Chrissy's like 5'2", so they're just precious together. They were over here hanging out with me last night.
So cute.
Yeah, they came for Halloween. Then gender valid cosplay. This is my friend Bree doing one of the Hex Girls. So
yes.
I was like, I gotta show this off. So Yeah, Bree is awesome. She does some really good costumes too. She's such a sweetheart.
She is rocking it.
Yes, and then I know we have one other gallery of pictures.
Yes, we do. Let me
Yeah,
get that
because
up.
I had kind of forgotten, and I was like, oh wait, I have nerdy brothers. Of course, our Phoenix sisters as Ginger and Baby Spice.
Yes. And
Love.
that is
And then
okay.
there should be, yeah, they should be in there. That same gallery.
I know.
Not doing.
It's not doing the thing. Hang on.
Not
Let's try
doing
this
the
again.
thing. How dare it?
It's not doing the thing. Okay.
Do the
So there we go.
Come on, Kronk, pull the lever.
Okay. You try it because you uploaded
I will
it. That might be why.
Yeah. Okay. Stop it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Once again, trial and error. All right. There you go. My brother, Dwayne, was there at the party when Claire showed up as Freddie Mercury.
Oh yeah.
The mustache.
Mic drop. He loves to do that.
Yeah, for somebody who doesn't cosplay, every year Bear comes in, he nails his costumes. Like he did Ant-Man.
Grew a beard to shave it for the mustache.
Yep. Which, to be honest, it doesn't take your brother that long to grow a beard.
No, we're part Sasquatch. Yeah. No, I see him from behind, and I see the white tank top, and I see the armband, and I'm like, did this MFer just show up as Freddie Mercury? He turned around, I see the mustache, and then he had the fake teeth in. And then, of course, last little brother of mine, Brad, dressed as Orville Peck last year.
Yeah.
I never thought I would like a country musician again, but Orville Peck, if you have not listened to this man's music, go listen to it.
It's beautiful.
The man can sing. He can sing. And he's also tearing up all the country music stereotypes, but being a very openly, proudly gay country singer. So we love it. And he brings drag queens on stage for his shows.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yes. Local drag queens, no less, because Brad saw him here, and he had local drag queens in the middle of the show. So, country music. My sister, I helped Brad pick out that hat.
Nice.
All out to get that costume together, and it was a surprise. I think Mom, Misty, and I were the only ones that knew because he was asking Mom if she still had one of Dad's belt buckles or something that he could wear. Oh, nice. He went all out. Yes. So I see this little thing is different. It has a countdown timer over here on this side. I'm like, it's saying we have 7 minutes left in the show.
Oh.
Don't know if it's going to turn off on us.
Yeah.
It might. So Dwayne, let's give you the full screen to ask our question that we always ask. So what is some advice you would give to someone who is just starting out in cosplay?
I'd say don't worry about being perfect on your first try at it, and just basically have fun with what you're doing. Like it doesn't have to be the best material. It doesn't have to be like top of the line things. If you want to thrift it all together, or just get some cardboard or some aluminum foil and like make your costume, just do it and like see how it is, and people will really be receptive of you, and if they see you enjoying what you've made, and that'll keep you going and keep you motivated for more costumes to come for you.
That is good advice. And where can people find you online if they want to listen to your music or see your cosplay?
You can find me on Instagram at King Ase. It's KNG_ASE. And then should be the same for Twitter, but I'm not, or X, whatever that is. I'm not on there really. but I'm usually just on Instagram. I'm not big on social media, but if you want to find my music, it's on all streaming platforms. I have a Bandcamp. If you want to actually support and pay for my music, other than paying, because like honestly, Apple and Spotify, cents on the dollar doesn't do it. Yeah. So if you're just feeling you don't have to, mostly everything on Bandcamp is free, but it's on there, and there's a lot of other great artists on there too. So you can find me on any streaming platform.
Seriously, go listen to his music because
Yeah.
it is amazing. And if you don't listen to any other song, go download In Calamity's Wake because
Yeah.
oh my god, it
Same
is.
username.
Huh?
I do real quick have two new albums that I released in September called Elegba the Conqueror Volumes 1 and 2, and it's not really spooky, but it's kind of has a little. My theme was like African American history with voodoo, which I got from a YouTuber called Intellectual. She does like great pop history essays on YouTube if you ever want to watch some dorky stuff. So she inspired those two albums.
Very
Nice.
cool. No,
And it's still under Ase.
Yep.
Awesome.
You get a lot of good history lessons from some of Dwayne's stuff too. The entire real estate agent one, when he posted those, he on his Instagram, you have to go back several years because it came out in 2021. He told
Yeah.
the history of why each one was named what it was, and it's about like the tent villages and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of get a little bit of history too, because Dwayne is all about that. Like every year, I love one of the things. Cool. I know we're getting close to our end, but Kwanzaa time, he'll always send us what each day of Kwanzaa means and remind us. I'm like, that's really cool because I like learning other cultures and things like that. So it's pretty freaking cool.
That's cool. And Andrea, where can people find you?
Media Rice on Instagram mostly. It used to be on the screen, but don't have that. It's MEHDIA _ RAIISE, or you can just look for Andrea Starnes on Facebook.
Yep. And I'm Phoenix Sis Entertainment pretty much anywhere. And to take us out, I've got a video about Netflix being completely unhinged. So we've got Netflix has some fun Christmas movies coming up, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to watch them, but I'm wondering what's going on at Netflix. So y'all enjoy this video and have a great night.
We'll see everybody later.
I know spooky season isn't over yet, but those holiday trailers are dropping, and I have questions. Do you want to build a snowman? Do you want a snowman? Me neither. Have you ever watched Magic Mike and thought, you know what would make this really great? A Christmas soundtrack, some small town, bar being at stake, maybe some Santa-themed thongs on the guys. I don't know. It's like the creators at Netflix just skipped straight to doing the adult parody of the Christmas movies, minus the explicit bits, maybe. We'll see. It's going to be interesting.